It's day 20 and the hares lament and we press on. We're in it to win it here. I believe we need one more notepad, yeah. So where's the field hospital? Yep, there it is, and we get a bunch of fights too. Well, we like the sound of that. Hope everyone's doing well out there as we
our once familiar kingdom,
get dived in here.
stranger to itself.
And yeah, still reeling a bit from our loss of our good pal. God, I keep forgetting to. Oh, I do have Iron Swan actually. Get rid of you. I suppose it's actually less important than it was previously now that we have some slightly better situation going on here. But probably still worth it. That scrap grenade might actually be pretty profitable for us. I think that puts you at death's door and you at death's. Yeah, it takes out 2 people. That's pretty good. Ah, we were hoping for the dodge there. But yeah. It's kind of funny, actually. The Plague Doctor is normally one of the characters I end up upgrading quite a lot. But kind of just because of the way the journey has worked out here, I have not really upgraded her very much. Which one are you? I mean, it's you and you, right? All right. We'll mitigate some damage here.
But deadly all the same.
Ideally, we get the gesture to go first here. We'll probably do this as well. Slow that damage down. Ah. Out of order. Dead. Not dead. Dead? Dead. Okay. Don't love the damage we've taken, but at least we're here. I do need to... I'm realizing... so, in the Outsiders run that is running in parallel to this, we're running a Ravager Hellion, and it has felt real good. So I think we probably are going to give Boudica a path here pretty soon, because that has felt quite impactful. All right, there we go. That's all of the things. All right. We could get a fatigue heal for 10, but I think are we heading to a camp? Yeah, we are heading to a camp, so I actually don't care about the fatigue heal very much. Can't remove negative traits. It's 16 to do that. Triage, nobody needs it. So I am gonna buy those healing salves. We're going to try to keep. We're gonna try to do better. You know, we lost the leper to kind of poor planning on my part, but I think we can do a lot better.
Stumbling and grasping.
And we are doing something I really want to do, which is gathering a bunch of in materials here. Oh, that's a nice hopeful. Unfortunately, she is going to get a turn. Alright, she immediately grew some reflections, because of course she does. And we start working down the urchin here. Get our consecration going. I do think I'm increasingly thinking I need to swap her out of Seraph again, because it doesn't feel like Seraph is generating enough. But maybe I'm just overcorrecting on that. I have to keep trying it. I don't love that she's getting another turn. Do love resisting the stun.
results are encouraging.
At least we had the, oh god. Hate that so much. I guess we just get rid of you. You are not dead to the thing, so let's get rid of you. God, that is so much stress gain. I tell you, it's not been a very cooperative initiative count here.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Do we try to stall out here? We can stall out for a turn. Is that worth it? Nah, it's not worth it. Brief consideration, but I don't think it's worthwhile. We're hitting a camp, and we're already up to 63 in materials. So when we hit the, we hit our next inn, we are going to be quite happy with it. All right, fight, run, fight. Okay. Not my favorite, but we will figure it out. Okay, this isn't too bad. Nice. We love busting through the block plus.
Agony by accumulation.
God, the stress gain is on this is like so absurd in places. Patch you up. I don't love leaving the Jester here to take another hit, but I do kind of need him to, like, deliver some damage here. Of course. Okay. It's an interesting choice. Eat the dots. Falling behind the curve here. Can I even safely do this? What do we got? Oh, I don't even have combat items. I don't even think I can safely do this. I think I have to move back. As much as I'd love to stress heal here, I can't justify it. Like, we're hitting death's door here.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
Let's get rid of at least one of these losers.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Yeah, this seems to be an ongoing problem for me is in these Kingdoms runs is I end up in these scenarios where I'm like desperately trying to just like keep my head above water. Which I guess is kind of the point, but it's still pretty frustrating in places. Originally, I was intending to use that for a judgment, but with that blind, I'd rather... Jesus. God, this... The stress gain is just unbelievable.
Steady yourself.
Look... I swear this game sometimes is just so frustrating. Not because, like, what are you supposed to do when you're gaining 12 stress a round? Like, what the hell? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? You know, it's just never-ending array of horse shit. Like, the only one who's not getting punished is the Hellion. Thank God. Alrighty. I think I need to heal here, too. Of course. Alright, we'll put you down at least. Do get to heal this turn, which helps the cause a little bit. We'll try to patch up back up here. Alright. God, this bleeds.
Sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
Alright, we are going to get rid of one of these guys at least here. Or have a 50-50 to get rid of them. Perfect.
A righteous action. A calculated generosity. But a welcome one nonetheless. Self-reliance is a rare and wonderful thing.
Yeah, this is a problem. Like, we're just getting absolutely chewed up by this nonsense. This fight 9 rounds is way too long. Thank God. Okay. Whew, that Amorous. That Amorous helps us quite a lot. Yeah, that Amorous was what we needed to at least get sort of stable here. Double meltdown. Trillion stress gain. At least the fight's over. Holy shit. Alright. Alright, there we go. Better, better.
Await those who dare.
Alrighty. What do we got? Let's put that in. Let's put that in. Actually, we're just gonna put everything in. I need to be able to heal. Alright, whew. Much easier fight, at least. And I'm going to end up spending a bunch of these resources, too. Just trying to, like, even my formation back out.
Malaise.
Alright, there we go. We at least got one of them down. Oh, come on! 4 stress? Like, 4 stress in a single hit. God damn it. It's such horseshit. Like, how are we ever supposed to keep up against that much stress gain off a single hit? Like, what is it? There's no... Yeah. Whatever, game. All right, whatever. All right, we're moving past it. I can't dwell on it. The game is being nonsense. Spending resources I don't want to spend, but what choice do I have? Get out of here. Alright. Whew. Alrighty.
Amidst the spoils,
Ooh, what's that?
of unparalleled power.
Forced confession. Okay, not even useful to me. Alright. One more fight. Okay. God, they just, yeah, the relationships are just, you can't have 3 meltdowns and expect anything to be reasonable anymore. Does Breakthrough have a cooldown? It does not. Well, that's nice at least. Unfortunately, we don't get to use it here. Alright, goal number 1 is just get rid of the worship potential here.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Nice dodge. That's a big help.
Excellent work.
Yep, we knew that was coming. We could. There's no way we were going to be able to avoid that with how painfully behind we are in some of this stuff. Sure. Now, at least we get to punch through for 24 there. I mean, some of it's got to be that these characters are all not upgraded. Like, we're behind on the upgrades. It's definitely not helping the cause here. Missing every swing is not helping the cause either, but, you know, that's a different problem. Nice dodge, Sarmenti. That's what we need to see out of you. Alright. We're actually going to get to stress heal for once.
Well done.
And of course, why would we do anything but min roll the damage there? And he gets worshipped because we min rolled the damage on judgment. And then immediately he gets exaltation. That's just ugh. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong there. Alright, he's at least down finally.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other. Compassion quiets the howling mind.
All right.
Bravo!
Thank God for that.
Fight
And there we go. Alright, fight's over, finally. Holy shit. Yeah, you can't have fights going that long. We're just so, feels like we're so wildly behind. Alright. Well, we're clear to the campsite here. Yeah, 3 meltdowns, 4 meltdowns or whatever. Like, yeah, that's a tough road to overcome here. But we will. 93 in materials. We are going to get to upgrade this in quite a lot, which is nice.
A crackling fire.
Yep. Well, at least we got Precision Striker. That's something.
Blessings both.
All sieges delayed 3 days is pretty nice. I believe that's all the zones, right?
The enemy is on the move.
Okay. Well, that's a bit of nonsense.
Be
Alright.
mindful. Travel on foot is not without risk.
We'll send the Flagellant that way as well. Can he get there in time? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he can get there in time, so we can have 2 characters there. And an extra Signal Flare veterans, potentially. I'm confident in that end. I'm less confident in this end, but they are veterans at least. So they do have at least a decent chance. Alright, we need to talk about this. Alrighty. Boudica, everybody hates you, right? Well, except Junia. But this is, yeah. Alright. Man-at-Arms comes in. Man-at-Arms is functional the way he is.
This one will serve.
Runaway comes in. Runaway is unfriendly with Barristan, but I can't fix that, but I will survive. Dismas.
For those taxed by the
Ooh,
hardships of our
never mind.
campaign.
Well, actually, Plague Doctor, Dismas. What does that look like? Okay, that I can work with. That I can work with. Alrighty. Pop that in. Hellion. Gonna pop that out. Gonna pop that out. Pop that out. Definitely pop those out. Cool. Barristan. I mean, you're pretty good the way you are. Yeah, you're pretty good the way you are. You're good the way you are. Actually, I guess never mind. Jester can keep the Seaman's Boots. I'd rather have him have Nautical Compass. You can have that. You can keep that. Okay, cool. And I took all the combat items I care about. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nobody's got anything, so we can just save the Nightshade. Get a little extra HP together. Alright, now we gotta head to an inn.
Dig deep. Find the metal to meet this day's demand.
What's funny is these guys aren't even all that chewed up in the scheme of things. They're just, they're just tripped up by the relationships.
Moving alone in hostile territory.
Start making our way back towards the center here.
arrival.
I'm a little bit nervous about this, but I think this will be okay. I mean, it's gonna have to be, basically. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. Ugh. I don't like the look of that. I'm going to bring these. Leave his single signal flare there for somebody else to take. All right. Well, we're heading this way. I need to get this in up to date.
The farms and fields of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence
That's right.
and rot.
An ambush, you say? Okay. Well, thankfully, in the scheme of things, this formation's pretty darn good at dealing with an ambush. Because you have hold the line, right? You have... Okay, you only have rampart, but... Oh, you can't even use... That's funny. Oh, well. There we go. Back to the front. The oozes. At least the man-at-arms has the movement to compensate there. Alright, so you are not dead this turn. You're dead this turn. You're not dead this turn. Perfect. Can we just do this? We're going to create one corpse immediately that somebody's going to eat.
Are encouraging.
But thankfully it's the one that's at full health, right? So... It's pretty hard to do that with all four without having like a perfect magnesium flare timing or something. Alright. And now we...
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Alright, he's just gonna keep eating the corpses. Kinda wish I had highway robbery right now. But we'll just cut him down. Nice. Perfect. Do we just end the fight? Yeah. There we go.
The rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
Alright, so nobody wants to go to that field hospital, and I don't think we have a reason to go. Because we have the four notes. Yeah, children, fauna, infected, resilient, rubbery flesh. Okay, so we'll go to the one dead ahead. Why not? Okay, we do like a cache. Like a cache, because it might give us more food.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
Because we are locking in 11 extra HP with that pet. The rabbit is doing its job, that's for sure. We are down a wheel. But at least our party seems pretty happy with themselves here. Alright, double goat. Alright, we got one of them. The other one we needed to do just a little bit more damage somewhere. But I can work with that. And thankfully the Lord wasted his turn, which is awesome. And we are now orphaning. Yeah, I think that might have been my real problem with the previous formation, was just none of those poor guys were upgraded. They had like basically no upgrades anywhere, and that really tripped us up.
An invariable result.
Could run and hide, but I think we just Firefly. Well. Love that. That was a very clean round. Yeah, see, if we're ending the battles by round 3 or 4, we're okay.
Past is gone. Let it die.
Brilliant Brew is a nice pickup. Okay. Maybe things are turning around a little bit. I don't think we're going to use Forced Confession for anything. Yeah, sure, we'll grab another fight. We're up to 123 in materials. Nice, we'll be at 140 coming out of this. Should be veterans, no problem.
Stumbling and stupefied.
Okay.
agony by accumulation.
That takes you down. Yeah, you're down. Might be able to get you down too, so we need 9 here. 7, okay. Damn. Got close. Take the opportunity to heal up a little bit. Oh, almost had it. It was in range there. We could have gotten it done there. Just get rid of you.
The work continues.
God, 12 burn. What the hell? That's a lot of burn.
But deadly all the same.
It looks like, yeah, we can end the fight before Paracelsus takes that damage. That's nice.
A righteous action. Your path lies through them, and so they must fall.
Hate hurting the relationship that badly, but we may as well collect the in materials while I'm feeling... Oh, it's this guy. I think we still go crit fishing.
The slow suffering begins.
Alrighty. One down. Alright, that corpse is down. And of course he goes immediately for it. But that does mean we do get to transfer that burn, which does something.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Tono the Carver here. Just keep
Malaise,
pumping out those fireflies here.
and steady.
Oof. Alright, there we go. Tono the Carver down.
Straightforward and effective.
Once again, inhuman appetites, there's not a lot we can do to avoid that right now. But at least we're burning this thing. Nice. Okay. Oh, nice. We end the fight. Wonderful. Get out of here. Much better than I thought it was going to be.
Sweet reprieve. Until the next test is put before you.
14 mastery points, 143 in materials. So we can definitely equip this in with quite a bit of stuff.
However dilapidated, this inn might still serve honorably.
Okay, yep, there we go. We've advanced the quest, which is awesome.
Dig deep.
And we just got an absolute shitload of stress on everybody.
Moving alone in hostile territory. Let us hope for their safe arrival.
Okay.
Be mindful.
All right.
Travel on foot is not without risk. Without tail, there can be no tooth.
So originally my plan was to make this a provisioner inn, which I kind of still want to do. Because I have multiple inns that have like mastery points piece. This one's going to be my mastery point inn for sure. And I have some others that I've upgraded. Like this will be my health inn. Yeah, so I think this is my provisioner inn. I'd rather have more food.
Supply lines and swords. This is how
Oh, we are
wars
10
won.
short. Wow, I should have calculated that because that would have been great. That's okay, though. If I hadn't bought all these, but now I can actually just not feel bad about buying all of these, get this in fully upgraded, even have enough to unlock her master, unlock her master. Probably master. Yeah. There we go. So a little bit suboptimal in places, but I'm actually pretty
One learns
happy
quickly
with
when survival demands it.
pretty happy with how this has gone. There we go. Bunch of big upgrades there. That should help the cause a fair bit.
Spend what you can.
Provisioner is now loaded up. Oh, those pigs.
If indeed it ever did.
Kind of want to buy a second one of those, actually. Yeah. Can buy apples and cheese. Ooh, wolf cub is tempting, too. There we go.
Comfort on the road to damnation.
This is big. Can't use it again, but now I can go here and here. Clean up a bunch of that stress. Get them to 7. Get them to 8. Nice. And once again, we can slime mold down for a bit here. Because I think we stay with this squad.
The next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly.
Get to slot in medical equipment and fix up our wheels.
Repaired and refurbished. Ready for the leagues ahead.
That feels pretty good. Do I want, like, greater hail drought? No, I think I need to save my baubles for other things. Ready. I have to think about that. So, do we want to go over and defend this inn? It actually would be good to do that, because then we could, if we get the ghoulish doctor and get his item, we can immediately hit a tundra and get the cultists out of the way, which is the most dangerous, and then we can, like, go down to here if we want. And potentially use that to jump up here if we want to, and finally secure that in. That seems pretty good. The rest of you can kind of just hang out here. Let's quickly fix you up.
Relief for those taxed by the hardships of our campaign.
Vestal's find a cultist, though. He probably needs one, too, just to keep him from decaying too badly.
Expertise and experience. This one will serve.
Alrighty. There we go. So, yeah, we head up to this camp and hope that that lets us do the tundra.
All that beauty and knowledge.
That seems pretty good.
Wind.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. We know we're securing this one with Bigby, but then we have the option of either having the Flagellant join him to be extra confident, or have the Flagellant go up here and Bigby helps defend this one. Yeah. I'll think about that another turn. So, actually, I guess that means I don't need to move Bigby yet. I can think about what I want to do here. Because the choice is really... One of them has to go here. But it's, do I want to solo defend that and place faith that these kind of poorly upgraded veterans can hold this line? And then this one, which is the more upgraded inn, will get more help. Or do I want to make sure I have a hero there and just risk this in? I mean, 3 speed minus speed. Yeah, we'll wait a turn and think about that. But I think that'll do it. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. We're spent down. We finally made it here. I did screw up. I miscounted. I didn't have enough to get Grand Bazaar, but we'll circle back here. That was a real mistake by me. I shouldn't have bought the bonuses for that. I just made sure I got this. That's okay. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.